It's Thursday, so you know what that means. It's time for the Reading Room Thursday. I know that it's been a while. But November was booked and busy for me, okay? We've got weddings, we've got work conferences, we've got sales summits, we've got charity events in Nashville, we've got the holidays, we've got this, we've got that. So I apologize for everyone out there. I know that it's been a while. A few holidays have gone by since the last time I filmed. I think the last time I filmed was Halloween. We've gone through a Veterans Day, and I didn't do anything fun for Thanksgiving on YouTube, so I apologize for that. But we're gonna get back to our regularly irregular schedule with the Reading Room Thursday. Okay, so we are going to keep pushing through. I'm bringing you all something new. The last time you saw me, I definitely didn't have a beard. No Shave November is making its way downtown, baby. So, as always, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Why wouldn't you? I know I'm a few weeks late to discuss the most recent election, but my tardiness should not be hindered by the importance of all of the facts in our current political society. Before we get started, I do want to give you a few personal updates on my end though. So let's get into it, shall we? Update. Apple is shady. Ever since the new software came out a couple of months ago, my phone barely works. My photos that were taken prior to the update do not load. I'm not getting phone calls, and no, not just because I stay on Do Not Disturb for all of you shady friends out there. And literally, like, apps aren't loading. Like, Instagram takes all morning to load. Like, it's a friggin' nightmare, and I need Apple to let's get it together. Thanksgiving was amazing, but it was also a mess. So I made, my mom's world famous cheese dip, and I took it to a Thanksgiving party I was going to, and, I got a hand-me-down crock pot, but it didn't have the clamps, and so I took a wide turn to get onto 240. That crock pot was sitting on the floor in the front seat of my car, and all of a sudden I hear splash, like a Migos song or something, and the cheese just flies all over the place, all over my floor. Needless to say, my floors in my car are cleaner now than before because I had to actually clean them, so there's that. But nonetheless, it was a great holiday and an amazing break. Newsflash, this week marked 1 year of me moving to Memphis, Tennessee. A year ago today, my life has been reincarnated in the dirty, dirty South. And I also have been with the company, Mimeo, the school planner company, a year that I've worked for. So I got a great It's Your Anniversary card from our HR department. And yeah, I've been here a year, like my first job, my first career. Sally Mae still sleeping in the broom closet. She don't pay no rent. She doesn't clean up after herself either. Something I'm obsessed with lately. LaCroix, okay? This isn't a sponsor yet, but I'm trying to get this a sponsor of the show because LaCroix is nothing to sleep on. I remember back in college, one of my coaches, Megan, she tried to get me on LaCroix and I said, not doing it. The past couple of months, I don't know, maybe my taste buds have just matured, but I'm loving this LaCroix. It is a great substitute for soda, and it's a really great cocktail mixer. Lastly, Sephora is practically giving away merchandise this holiday season. I don't know if you've seen it, but the Holiday Beauty Blender special, you get 4 of good colors. Well, pink is the OG, but you get a blue, a green, and a different shade of green. I don't know, evergreen, Kelly green, Kelly Dodd, and 4 scented soaps. Now, this is a steal, that's all I'm gonna say. 4 beauty blenders, 4 cleaning soaps, just stupid. For $65, that's like a $65? Are you freaking kidding me? That's like a 20 times 4 is a 80. You're already saving $15. You're practically getting 1 beauty blender for free, let's be real. And all of the soaps, like, it's an incredible value. Okay, let's get into the politicking. There has been a lot going on in this country lately. Like, we had a really, really important off-term election this past November, so a few weeks ago. This was a really, really big one because usually when it's not a presidential election, there's not a lot of hype and there's not a lot of pomp and circumstance around it, but there was a lot of fired up people for this one, and every election should be like that. whether you are nominating a president or you're just voting on local judges or your state representatives, your governors, like you have to get out and you have to vote. Regardless of party, people have to start voting every time there's an election. Every 2 years, that's all you have to do. It's one day every 2 years. It's literally free. And unfortunately, we're at a state in our country right now where not everyone does have the opportunity to vote, okay? Not literally, there are lots of people. There are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people that are not able to vote due to certain circumstances in their life. So get out and vote next year, in 2 years. There's a lot going on. We had an important election. The state of California is on fire, and I feel like that this is not being talked about enough, only because of the surprise shock factor that came with it. There's something about living in the South and in the Midwest and on the East side of the country. You don't really hear a lot about what's going on in California. So for us to hear about these fires all of a sudden in the past few weeks, it's really coming up as a shock because it's really not circulated through the media that there's this insane drought that's going on. I can't imagine any of this, and it's definitely not talked about enough, and I don't really think people know a lot about it. So lots of love, support, love, light, all of that to our friends and family and like the entire West Coast. Like I really, really need, and the firefighters that are out there like risking their lives. With regards to the election, there were some very disappointing outcomes for me personally, and I'm sure that there's a lot of people that can resonate with that, but there were also some huge monumental strides that were made politically as well. Let's hash out this recent election and talk about how this can potentially impact the next 2 years. Jared Polis, winning the gubernatorial election for the state of Colorado and becoming the first openly gay state governor in our nation's history. Now, words are very, very important because he is the first openly gay governor. People are going around saying he's the first gay governor, he's the first gay governor. You don't really know these people from a can of paint. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors. That's all I'm saying. So you have to be very careful with the words that you choose. It is a major movement for our country, for the LGBTQ community, for the state of Colorado, and it's really important. So this is incredible. Congratulations, Colorado, you have a brain. Laura Kelly topping current Secretary of State for the state of Kansas, Chris Kobach. This was a huge governor election in the state of Kansas. As you can imagine, the state of Kansas is historically a right-leaning state, and Laura Kelly has been nominated as the Democratic governor of the state of Kansas. And she's the third female governor that the state of Kansas has seen, and this is a major movement. What is most important about these big gubernatorial elections is that unlike the executive branch in the federal government, governors in states actually have a really big pool and have a lot of authority with regards to the state and how it is kind of ran for their 4-year terms. If they have multiple ones, then so be it. But they have a lot of influence on the state, and it's not so much of a push-pull with the legislature at the state level with governors as it is with the president and Congress at the federal level. So this is important because Laura Kelly is a moderate liberal, so she's gonna be going into her term next year as a moderate liberal governor, but she's going to have a right-wing majority, so a conservative majority state legislature. So this is going to be important because I think they're going to be able to pass a lot more things since she's not all the way to the left, or I don't know which way I'm going right now. This is my left, this is your left. She's not all the way to the left. She's not like, for a lack of better analogy, she's not like third-term abortion left, okay? She's very, very moderate, and so she's gonna be able to push and pull and work across the aisle more, not so much partisanship. So I'm excited for Kansas. I think they're gonna see a lot of movement with their state government. Sidebar, the difference between senators and representatives. There are many duty differences at the federal level, but the biggest difference is in the length of each separate legislator's term. So senators serve 6-year terms, representatives serve 2-year terms at the federal level. I don't know, might be same at the state, probably not. I think some states are different. I know the state of Michigan, senators serve 4-year terms. But this is important because when you're elected a representative, it's a lot of campaigning because you have to be reelected every 2 years. So as soon as you get comfortable your first year as a representative, the following year you're immediately working on your campaign to run again. So it can get exhausting and it's a lot of turnover. So they can't get a lot done because there's so many in, so many out. With senators, they have longer terms. So they have 6-year terms, they can get a lot more done. They are, it's easier for them to rise and, you know, higher positions within the Senate on different committees and stuff like that. And they can pass things more because they're working together for longer terms. They're not campaigning every 2 years. They're only campaigning every 6 years, so they can do a lot more. All right, let's take it to Michigan, my home state, the Mitten. I have never been so proud to be from Michigan. So much politically to be proud of with Michigan. Not gonna talk about it a lot, but they did pass medical marijuana. So that's really big for Michigan, and allegedly the proceeds are gonna go to fund the dilapidated roads, which they need to find some funding to fix these roads because the state of the roads in Michigan is nasty as hell. So, Governor-elect Gretchen Whitmer.
Wow! I guess we're gonna have to fix the damn roads now, right?
Blew Bill Shute out of the water, and she should have, no pun intended, because Bill Shute is the current Attorney General for the state of Michigan under the Rick Snyder administration. And the things that have gone on in Michigan during this tenure of this administration is disgusting. It's deplorable, and it is a shame that they have been so negligent to so many different people and to so many different important things in the state of Michigan. Public education, for one. They have single-handedly, with the help of Betsy DeVos, killed K-12 funding, and it's a nightmare. So Gretchen Whitmer, her background, she was the former Michigan state senator, minority leader. So she was a state senator for Michigan, and she was the minority leader. She was decided on by her peers to be the really big, loud voice of the minority Democrat Party in the state Senate of Michigan. So a few years ago, I was an intern at the state of Michigan for State Representative Sean McCann of the 60th House District. He represented Kalamazoo, which is where I went to school, Western Michigan University. So 2 days a week I got to go to the Capitol, and one day I was able to go to her office for this press conference that she had about public education and the funding and all of this stuff, and it was just so inspiring to see her speak. And she is literally about that life. Like, she is no bullshit. She is no holds bar. She is a woman of her word. She's holding everyone accountable. Everyone's feet to the flame. Like, Gretchen Whitmer is not going to hold back. She's going to do so much. And I'm so proud of Michigan for literally making the best decision that they could have. It should really be of no surprise that she did win over Bill Shute, because he and Governor Rick Snyder should really be imprisoned for the neglect that they've given to the state of Michigan, the children of Michigan, students in Michigan, the residents of Flint. Like, the Flint water crisis is still happening. It's still occurring. There's no fixing it. They don't care. It's disgusting. They need to be behind bars, like locked up gubernatorial style. Put that on Netflix. Orange is the New Black. How about Politician is the New Black? Because they are criminals. Criminal. Staying in the state of Michigan, Rashida Tlaib has won a congressional House seat for the state of Michigan. She is from the east side of Michigan. I believe she represents a district that's a little bit downriver on the east side of Michigan. It is the 13th House district. She is a trailblazer. She was the first Muslim woman elected to Michigan's House. That being said, she was also the first Muslim woman elected to any state legislature, period. So she broke down Michigan, she broke down, and in doing that, she was the first Muslim woman elected to any state legislator. That is major. Like, we have come so far. And now she is one of 2 women who have been nominated to the United States Congress. Like, she's one of 2 of the first women elected to the United States Congress. This is amazing. It's not just because she's Muslim. It's not just because she's a woman. It's because she is also about that life, like Gretchen Whitmer. She gets it. She's going in. She's coming for everyone on behalf of Michigan. She's bringing Michigan back to the top. And I'm so proud. Like, this is literally major. She cares about Michigan, she cares about all of her constituents. She is the truth, and she's going to fight for what is right and for who is right. Briefly, let's talk about some losses. Beto lost to Cruz in Texas. I can't even believe that. I mean, I can because it's Texas, but like, I can't believe that people are really still messing with Cruz. Like, I really thought we canceled Cruz. And Andrew Gillum conceded to Ron DeSantis in Florida. Apparently there was some voting issues in Florida. They had to recalculate the ballots. Voting issues in the state of Florida. Groundbreaking. Just had PTSD all the way back to Bush v. Gore in 2000 when the Supreme Court of the United States had to intervene in an election because these voting booths and ballot boxes are bull. Anyway, those are the only two losses I'm talking about. That's it for this week. I want to give a special shout out to my dear friend Andrea Larkin, soon to be Andrea Glass in 2019 for celebrating a birthday this week. I want to give a shout out to my good friend Brennan, also celebrating a birthday. Another year older, but not another year wiser, sis. I'm just kidding. I love you both so much. Happy birthdays. I hope you guys are literally having the best birthday ever. Andrea, I'm about to go have dinner with you. I'm about to change really quick. You don't know, it's a surprise, but I'm really excited for Texas Day Brazil. And yeah, so that's it. I'm signing off for another great week of current events. This has been the Reading Room Thursday. Stay tuned. And as always, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Over and out. This has been the Reading Room Thursday. Bye! Okay, y'all, if you're looking for a homemade gift this year for Christmas, look no further. And don't make it yourself. Have someone else make it. This ain't 1800. You ain't gotta go out there and make gifts anymore. Look no further than Allie's Originals, located in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Get you some winter apparel from the spinster herself, Miss Allie Strackner. She's over there knitting, crocheting, and cross-stitching. I don't know what she's doing, but she's making all your winter wants and needs come true. We've got beanies. We've got winter hats. We've got scarves. Ooh, okay? Listen, all done herself. I don't know how she does it. My grandma tried to teach me how to stitch one time. Poked my freaking finger out. And if you use my code TRRT, that's TRRT for the Reading Room Thursday, you can get 10% off your next order. I'm just kidding, that's a big old fallacy, okay? But seriously, these hats are awesome. She does do these slouch hats, so she makes them extra long so they slouch off. I'm going to dinner, I put this on, it's gonna mess my wig up, okay? She's amazing. Takes about 1 to 2 weeks. You'll get it just in time for the holidays. $10 to $15 range. If you need something shipped, she will ship it to you. Shipping's usually under $5. I'm gonna put a link down below to her Facebook page, but you can find her on Facebook, Allie Strackner. Hashtag Allie with an I, Originals. All right. It's dishing just desserts. Start that again. I want to give you not just because I'm not on, and nope. Ho ho ho. What you call me? And just because I'm a not. Okay. How? Ooh. Good.